Okay, let's see. No, one moment. One moment. Wow, I look like I know what I'm doing. Hang on, I need to mute my, gonna hear myself in just a sec. Okay. If you guys can hear me okay, let me know if you can hear any sort of music playing in the background. I'll be right back. The music should be coming from right where I'm at, but I'm unpowdering my nose right now. Hang on. Don't fall over. It's so precariously perched. Oh, good, you do hear me. Hello, friends. I suppose I should get myself on camera. See, here's the problem, though. I've got it all set up to stream from my laptop, and I should show it to you. So, I mean, this is my laptop, and it's trying to operate. But the thing is, when you set up a stream on your phone, it wants to stream from the phone. So we're going to try it, see how my phone cooperates and holds up. I'm only at 60% battery. So we're going to see what we can do with the time that we have. Depending on how I'm feeling later, there's the camera. We might end the stream and restart a stream playing a video game or a game like Disney Dreamlight Valley or something. Hello, 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 friends. I didn't have my normal intro up. Let me see if I can get my stand up. My stand. I don't want to show you my cluttered office. No. Hang on. Ribbon. Yeah, this is such a professional stream. I said that several times when I'm gonna have some soda. Black cherry cream soda. It's time for a sugar fest. A sugar rush. This is the office that, oh my goodness, this is not liking out so great. What can I prop this on? I got 5 million things here. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm trying this out on my phone. I know it's a little crooked. Yay! Catching up on chat. It's so small. Here's my webcam, which converted into the kitty cat camera, which I don't really keep the cats around because they cause so much mischief when I stream. How can I enlarge this chat? It's hard to see. Okay, just starting at the beginning. Hello, glass half full. Let me speak to you here. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, you're sick right now? I'm sorry you feel crummy. You know what? I was feeling kind of crummy earlier today. Question, is the music too loud over my voice? I can turn the music down. I was feeling pretty crummy today, and I'm wondering if I'm coming down sick. You can see we're working on adding some lighting to the ceiling here, and then it's going to get painted white. Mariah Mullins, how exciting it is to see you. How are you doing, friend? And hello, Blah, how are you? I like the emoji. Ariane, I'm excited to see you too. How are you doing today, friend? Mischief Managed, hello. Good to see you as well. Brittany Whited, Downey Studios, Black Rose, Chaz vs. Jazz, Kelly Montgomery, it's Lufisra. Cheryl B, Brittany, I said Brittany Whited. The mug might work. Wait, what? Kids are amazing until they get you sick. Well, you know, what goes around comes around. My kid, I have one kid in a part-time school. How does everyone else stay healthy? Well, there's no perfect solution because you're not a perfect body. Every body is gonna get sick at some point, so there's no perfectly avoiding it. That's just the thing. Oh, Cheryl, I'm sorry. I didn't say happy birthday to you. I saw it like a day late and I still failed to text you. Happy birthday, Cheryl. Can everyone in chat give a fun emoji of some sort to say happy birthday to Cheryl? Danielle had a birthday last week, was it? Am I getting my days mixed up? Was it last week or was it just a few days ago? And she celebrated with sushi. And I had some sushi just last night and I thought of you. Yeah, let's get right into what we're doing. So I'm kind of cleaning this Nancy Drew desk that I have that was from the Her Interactive offices back in the day. Um, it is a small French desk, and it doesn't have very much real estate space on the top. So I keep shuffling stuff around. This is my crafting station. I've got my gold ribbon here. I've got very limited drawer space and like 5 million tubs of arts and crafts. It's crazy. An entire shelf dedicated. I'm not going to show you the whole room tour because it's a mess. Okay, let's see if I can't stuff this in here. Just for some inspiration purposes, this is one of the... I got this from like a craft store. I had like a few of these. These are just... I actually used this for college. It was for graphic design school, this particular book. I was sketching a jackalope right here back in the early days. And we were supposed to take fun graphic design layouts and stuff that you wanted to keep on hand for inspiration and reference later, and what you consider good designs and stuff. There's my, I called him Holster, the jackalope. Anyways, it's because of this kind of book. It's hardbound. It's a faux leather kind of covering. I've always loved this hard spine. Hello, Lionheart. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Anyways, I've always been a huge fan of hard spines. Not so much spiral bound notebooks and stuff, because I know they were cheaper, but they just didn't have that nostalgic appeal to it and like a smooth surface. Anyways, I nerd out about that stuff. But I've been learning more about bookbinding since August when I bought a whole bunch of supplies. I made a video of that unboxing. I don't remember if it was for members only or not. Cookies for Mischief Managed. That's so fun. See, I can see chat a lot better over here on my laptop. Oh, I'm sorry. Glass half full. On this laptop, it automatically adjusted to filter through comments and stuff. There we go. Sorry. I need to fix that. Anyways, it's a cool sketchbook. That's the whole point. I wanted to do it like a sketchbook kind of thing. And I wanted to learn how to do it because it's easy to spiral pages together or bind pages with spiral rings, or just, you know, put stuff in a binder. I liked this. I wanted to learn this, and I've always wanted to, like since I was a kid, because I love it. So yeah, I showed the Nancy Drew themed designs. Oh yeah, I've got a story from Cheryl here. I'm gonna have some soda. Cheryl saw my first. Where's my first? Is it this? Woo! The armchairs move. Let's give it a little tour. Okay, I mean, obviously, what you've been staring at in the back right here is my printer, some speakers, piano, microphone case boxes, an old typewriter. I use that on my website. You can see pictures of that opened up on my website. That's a clock. That's, oh, come on. I know. It's from Star Trek. It's one of the ships. It's a little model. Music, and including, you can see this one right here is Kate Drew's theme music. I don't know how to play it yet because I don't know how to play the piano. I mean, I learned, anyways, I digress. We're supposed to be doing arts and crafts. There's my drum set, which is another hobby. Okay, everyone in chat, tell me, what hobbies do you guys like to enjoy currently? Or maybe used to. What are you currently enjoying? Do you read books? Do you play games? Do you paint? I don't know. What kind of hobbies do you guys do? I've got way too many. Cheryl can attest to this. Anyways, bookbinding. Let me see if I can. Let me just flip this around. I can see better. Here's my messy, messy desk. Woohoo! Here's the Nancy Drew French desk. Down here, you can see some early designs. There's my slippers. Slippers. These are some wood. Oh, I should show you what I'm working on. It's taking forever. It's taken me 3 years. It's another project I'm trying to do. This is used canvas from a hammock. I'm hoping to make like a collectible pin mount out of this and put it in a box of some sort. A whole bunch more wood plaques right here. You know, we're gonna got my Nancy Drew shirts in my Nancy Drew bag. Packaging supplies for Etsy, my Etsy shop. So this is one of the mini designs I've got. That's an NES controller. But here's what's happening here. I'm sketching out. Some of you might recognize this logo. It's like from Animal Crossing, but I wrote Gamer Crossing. Is that a spider? No. I mean, it might be. Yeah, it's for my wood burning, my pyrography. I burn wood on purpose. Here's the problem with this. As cool as this is, these wood pieces were actually stripped from an old 60-year-old, legit, like it was 60 years old, fence, a backyard fence. And it was like all gross looking and like weather worn, and we salvaged as much as we could. Or should I say my in-laws did. It was from their backyard. They salvaged as much as they could, and my husband and his dad planed it. So they got off all the old rot and outer wear. So this is what was underneath all of the age. So this is 60-plus-year-old cedar. And the thing with burning on cedar is, can I flip this around? It's really, really hard. Cedar is not the best wood for pyrography because it needs to be really hot to burn anything on cedar. It smells wonderful when you burn it, but that's not really safe for breathing. So I keep the window open. I have a fan on. I've got an air humidifier in here, so I don't do it that often. Anyways, that's you know, a few of the designs. Let me put this back before I step on it. Anyways, I've been working on this project for 3 years, and you know, trying to come up with like template ideas so I could reproduce the same art 500 times. But I learned something cool. There's such a thing as carbon paper. It's a transfer paper. So you pretty much put some. This is the part that comes off. But you put the sketch or design on top of this and pretty much trace it, and then make a tracing and you know, all my a file. This is my messy corner. My shelf. Yeah, you see all kinds of fun knickknacks and nerdy things. Call it out as you see it. Okay, there's my microphone that I was trying to use. There's my mug that we celebrated at Her Interactive a few years ago. Oh, this is another journal that I'm inspired by. This is real leather, though. Real leather. This is loose, or not loose pages. They're very loosely bound together, and they're tied. They are what's the word? I know my words. I've learned bookbinding. Hang on, I gotta catch up on chat. What does that say? Let me see. What do you got in here? You guys have like so many great hobbies. I want to read this. The professional quality is very high, Chaz versus Jazz. Yes. Okay. Yeah, God, I saw that. Music is good. Okay, thank you for calling that out, Downey and Mariah. We must be cookies because we're feeling crummy. Kelly, you're at work, just popping in. Good to see you, friend. I mean, from camera, Mariah, the bookbinding looks good, but I gotta show you how terrible it is. I'm sorry, I forgot your birthday, Cheryl. I got it mixed up with someone else's I know, who's on the 15th. Oh, nuts, that's in 2 days. I gotta remember to say happy birthday to them. Hard bookbinding is very satisfying, Mariah. Just looking at Cheryl, I'm glad you like the pages compared to my first one. Let's get into this, huh? Let's unpackage. Are these my first ones? Is this my first one? Where'd my first one go? My first one is horrendous, and I don't remember where I put it. Maybe I hid it from sight because I was so ashamed of it. Did I really only do this many? Hang on. I've got a whole stack of stuff right here. Maybe it's back here. This is chipboard. I got the flimsy kind. I thought this was the hard kind, but it wasn't. It's flimsy. This is what the books are pretty much made of. It's the hard part. It's just like super strong cardboard. Although this does not look strong. Anyways, I need to get the correct, at least 50-point measurements or higher. And my sketchbook. See, this is paper. I'll just set that down there. I am sketching out the math for the spine here. Trying to work on what the best like math formula is. Oh, look, I've had help. This is intricate. This will unlock all your life secrets right here. This is the answer to life. If we can figure out what it means. Yeah, there we go. I was trying to measure again. Oh yeah, and I was sketching out how I was going to mount the wood signs for the dual flip, the two-sided ones, hanging them from the top and having a clasp with ribbon and brackets right here. So it's a nice hanging. You can hang it up on the wall or door, and it's going to be very cool. That's in theory. When I get it done. Here's my original sketch out with measurements and how I'm going to cut and measure the fabric, which I'm using vinyl. It's faux leather. Okay, I don't need this at the moment. Straight edge. I forget what these are technically called. This is from college. And here's all my faux leather vinyl. This is what it looks like. It's really fuzzy and soft on the other side where it glues. Unfortunately, in order to get this specific color, it's really thick, which is nice, but it doesn't match the thickness of my beige thickness. You can see how thin this one is compared to how thick this is. And so that's created some complications in my art. This is my glue plate. Oh, I like this music. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on chat here. My birthday's in February, just like Cheryl said. Oh, here's a sneak peek. Here it is. So here's the chipboard. Here's how I measured. Yeah, this is the haunted carousel. Very good one. So here's how it looks on the inside. This is a very poor. I had some gluing problems with this right here, and I measured too short. It needs a lot more of a lip to glue on and hold on to the chipboard. Like, this is great. This long length, this is bad. So this is like my scrap. However, it looks fantastic on this side. Oh, there's some bubbling. That's nasty. We don't like bubbling. And then another problem I keep running into is when you try to open it, we get the bunching. Well, okay, you're not going to see it too much, but we get some bunching along the spines here. Lionheart, I saw you earlier. Thanks for the lurk. I don't have stream elements working on this particular stream, so I can't acknowledge everyone. Hang on. Let me just catch up on chat real quick. That is a Klingon bird of prey. Yes, thank you. I forgot. How could I forget that? I mean, it's my husband's model, but yes, it's a Klingon bird of prey. When I drink soda. I do get hiccups when I drink soda and laugh. So you guys do, okay, Mariah does paint by number, sketching, reading books, playing games. Cheryl is reading, you read and you play on the Switch. You just finished Blake Cake? Is that a game? Involves cake? I want to know what this is. If it's a book, I'm going to have to resist it because I would want to eat cake. If it's a game, I can pretend I'm eating cake. Glass half full, you are photography and random unimportant graphic design no one will ever see. Hey, if you're enjoying it and having fun with it, great. It doesn't have to be something people see or even profit off of. It can be something that you just enjoy doing. And my cats are scratching at the door because they're crazy and they do not like being left alone. Mischief Managed, you have lots of books. Are you quoting The Little Mermaid, Mischief Managed? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Cheryl, carbon paper is what tattoo artists use to put stencils on? Ooh, it's perfect. Because it's a great transfer. Yes, Black Rose, I have Zoo Tycoon. I have the original Zoo Tycoon, and you had to buy the expansion pack separately. Marine Mania included the dinosaur pack as well, so I've got all of those. You're a Disney nerd, Mr. Finish. Me too. I get it. Hiccups. I know you're anticipating the hiccups. Black Cake is a book. Okay. Okay, good to know. I heard Baron Breakfast is really fun. I suspect you clued in on that the same way I did by watching Gab Smolders on Twitch. I saw that she was doing it. I need to, like, listen to that because it looks so cute. Mariah, you're in the middle of reading The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Oh, I haven't read that one yet. I know it's the Hunger Games prequels. I've only read the regular Hunger Games. That's right, they're making a movie. And I want cake too. Okay, let's see what we can do about showing off some of these. Whoops! Okay, it's gonna be a little crooked, but... Okay. This was some further inspiration. Real leather. Probably a little Calina's Book of Memories. How cute. But yeah, the pages are... The signatures, as each of these are called, are very large signatures. So they look obvious. When you have smaller signatures, they kind of flatten out and appear invisible. But what is... So, like, yeah, you can barely see the signatures here. Barely see it. I mean, the ribbon is kind of hiding that too. And that's part of the beauty of having, it's called a headband made of ribbon. I didn't make this. This is inspiration, but this involves some tooling. It's when you heat up some metal and you press into the leather so that it stays this way. That's a bit more advanced for me. I'm going to try gold foiling first. And that's a little bit easier. I don't know how to automate it better. It's more freehand. Okay, time to show you my disaster. Cheryl saw it, the first one in real life. I was so frustrated with it. I decided I should just be proud. It was my first attempt. First attempts at anything are not always going to be perfect. Obviously, it's not perfect. Okay, let's examine this together, shall we? So I was trying to use some fancy gold cardstock. Cheryl, this is actually leftover gold cardstock that we used for my wedding invitations, so I had a whole bunch of paper left. Anyways, as the insert, if you pay attention to just about any book, there is an inside page that tends to be really blank. And it is like the support page. It's what glues on to the actual cover piece here. And also to like the first page. And you can see that it's glued onto the first page. For, not security, but for stability. We have to stop for the song. M. Edwards, how are you doing today, friend? Good to see you. Oh, this one included a bookmark, which is super easy to add, by the way. I think all journals should have a bookmark, maybe 2. I love this song. Oh my goodness, Jazz vs. Jazz. The song just gives you PTSD for the 4 months you spent transcribing it. I'm sorry. Hang on. This is falling out. I can't sing, so. Unintended by the word I couldn't keep. Okay. Billy Wildrick sings this song, The Word I Couldn't Keep, written by Katie Coronis for the game Nancy Drew Sea of Darkness. And it's beautiful. Anyways, let's take a look at... So I wanted to show you... So here we have a problem. This comes out further than this. And I obviously had some measuring problems because you can see the ribbon that I've got strung over here on the edges. They don't fully wrap around. So, I mean, this is like terrible. It's not folded in. I didn't press it in very well evenly right here. I learned a ton from this. Bubbles. Soda bubbles. I learned a ton from this project. So many mistakes. Excuse me. You loved the walkthrough with Hugh and Robert. Oh, I'm so glad, M. Edwards. So Her Interactive hired Billy Wildrick to play the voice of Elizabeth. She also sang this song as Elizabeth. But Billy Wildrick is a professional actor in the Seattle area. She might have expanded past Seattle, but she's done like stage shows, musicals, big time theater. Our team was super excited to get her for the voice acting sessions when we did. So some of our employees who were musical nerds, they were like starstruck when she came into the room. She has that presence of a movie star, but she was super nice. I actually got to see her do her speaking role as Elizabeth in the studio. Anyways, this was my first one. This is also the only one I've done some gold tooling on. Obviously, it was done by hand, and my circles are not very perfect. Yeah, so I was just practicing with this. That's the first one. The second one, I was having some big trouble. This one turned out halfway decent. We had some bubbling here. I didn't get all the... So the glue needs to be on the entire thing. The entire thing, or else bubbling will happen. It needs to get smoothed out. Oh, my boning tool will be cool to show you. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Boning tool. This is heavier than it looks. It might be actually made of bone. I do not know. But this is a reusable tool that we use to spread out the glue and also press all the air bubbles out firmly onto the chipboard that's inside here. That is Blackmore. Good catch. Was it Mariah? Good one. I'm playing all Nancy Drew music so that I don't run into any kind of royalty issues. Oh, that's the other annoying thing about not gluing perfectly. You hear the creak. That's not good. I was having, like I said, I was having some major troubles. I put a little smiley face right there. I was testing something out. I don't remember what I was doing. I think that was my first, that might have been my first gold tooling. Anyways, the ribbon, this is satin ribbon. And you can see where the overlap is with the two different vinyls. The vinyls were cut perfectly so that they just lined up against each other. And then I just covered it up with glue and a ribbon. And the thing is, with the satin ribbon, glue seeps right through it. And you can't keep ribbon very straight in a straight line going all the way down. So we've had some bumps, we've got some issues right here. And also with this one, this was the first time I tried using headbands, and they stuck out a little too much at the top, which is fine. I also realized that gluing the headbands too far out like this makes it hard, and it's not comfortable. So don't scratch yourself on that, because that will hurt. Yeah, or yeah, it might be just ivory. Yeah, it's bone. Incredible, incredible tool. Every artist in the world, if they're doing arts and crafts, should have one of these. I think I spent like $8 or $10 on it. I don't remember, but so worth it, because you could just keep reusing it for. And the point here has a very fine, not fine tip, but a very smooth tip, so you can press in. What I do is I use this to press in the vinyl into the corners so that it gets tucked in well. Like, for example, oh, this thing. Yeah, so here's a good one. Yeah, right here, where the two flaps overlap, they need to be tucked in tightly so that you have a nice curve. Not like this, which was a failure right here. Yeah, not quite tucked in, not even glued. Here's a nice example, though. This one turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not smooth because there's too much material happening right here. I have some glue coming out of this, and another thing I was trying out was trimming out the paper. This is really hard to see, but you can see the scuffing and the marks. I tried a X-Acto knife cutting this. There's no glamorous way of doing that, and it's uneven papers, so that was kind of a waste. And you can also see some warping between the two covers, like that. I know there's the hiccups. I know, terrible. Ooh, shadow at the water's edge. It's almost Halloween time, you guys. Are you guys ready for Halloween? Headbands, yes, Waverly headbands. Some of my gluing techniques. So what happens also when you look in the books, you can see a little bit how this cardstock. I switched to white cardstock. It was just easier. It wasn't as thick as that gold was. This is thinner cardstock. It's glued to this side of the board, and it's also glued to the first paper, but not very well. I had an issue with where the measurements are between the paper signatures here and where the spine meets up. So there's a gap. Look at that gap. That's unacceptable. Another thing that I'm still trying to figure out. See that nasty spine bubbling up? I mean, you can't beat that because the vinyl has to go somewhere. But how much measurement do I need to prevent this from happening and do this? See this dip? You can see where the chipboard happens right here, and there's a chipboard right here, but it's just connected with the vinyl, and it dips. You can see how the dipping happens. The dip happens on each side. And so that's what I'm trying to figure out next, how much space to give. It looks like the chipboard starts further down from the paper. That's actually a good tip. So that's what's going to create the overlap. Oh, hang on. Oh, I figured it out. Hang on, I gotta write this down. How much space is that? Hang on. Ruler. Ruler. We're learning live. Anyone else do bookbinding? Can you help me out? You're so ready for Halloween, Black Rose? Awesome. Okay, I like to measure in centimeters because it gives me a slightly smaller, precise measurement. Okay, so from... Interesting, it's like 3/4 of a centimeter. But, you know, from the very end of the chip... Well, we're not going to measure the size of the chipboard. I'm going to say 3/4. And that gives us 1/4 at the end over here, overlap. Yeah, and how big is this? It's about 13.5 centimeters long. How big is my chipboards, though? I've got them pre-cut. Wait, 8.5 and 11. How big? Okay, so, I mean, that's 8.5 right there. My width, though, is 5.5 inches. And how does that compare in inches here? Like 5.25, so we're just 1/4 off to match that. Math. I know, right? Wait, so no, I don't need to measure against that. I need to measure against this. Okay. This is what arts and crafts are. I said, what did I say? I don't remember. Okay, so the chipboard on the professional journal is actually, it's 13.5 centimeters, but it has a gap of 3/4 of a centimeter, giving us 3/4 of a centimeter plus 13. That's what I need to write down. I need to measure how much from the vinyl. Oh, I need to measure how much from the spine edge all the way out to the book edge I need to put my chipboard out. So, okay, sketching time. Your friend's favorite character is Harper? Harper is so fun. Carrie Healy has done so many voices for the Nancy Drew games in the past. Hang on, I'm gonna write in a new page. My notebook. Okay, I'm gonna do this sketch out here. Maybe I'll show you what I'm gonna draw. Whoops. Mariah, you're doing math with me? Thank you. Alright, so here we go. So what we need to know is... I'm on my lap. You know what? Let's put this on the... let's put this right on the table. See, I've got like no space. Okay. I can draw better, I promise. I'm just holding a phone. Let's pretend that's the spine. Don't worry about the size. Spine. What I need to know is this space right here. And so, woo! I have an idea. How about if I clean up my desk a little bit? We can actually see what's going on here. Let's put stuff down. Ooh, napkins. Napkins for the glue cleanup. Oh. Excess. There we go. Okay, what I need to know is this space right here. So if my chipboard... What did I say this was? My chipboard is 13.5 centimeters. Okay. And I need to have some gap space right here. If I can, I need some gap. Gap. Yeah. That is going to be, if we're going to match that one, then let's say it's going to be 3/4 centimeter to 1 centimeter. We'll give it some wiggle room. Okay, so the chipboard will be like this. It'll be straight, I promise. Bye, Chaz versus Jazz. Thanks for stopping by, friend. Good to see you. Have a great rest of your day. I don't remember what time of the day it is for you right now. Okay, and the chipboard is, so that is 13.5 centimeters, and this is 3¼ centimeters, so that means we need the entire length from here to the edge. We're not going to account yet for the folding over material. We're going to tuck underneath it. That means, this is simple addition, 13.5 plus, let's just give it some extra space. We're going to go with 1 centimeter. It's going to be 14.5 centimeters plus glue flaps. However, this is clunky handwriting here. I think that's what we'll do. I think, because I was watching a tutorial and she was basing her measurements in the video based on how thick this was. That's how much gap space. But I'm trying to draw 3D. It looks like a 3D thing. She was measuring how thick the chipboard was, and so that when they fold, 90 degrees against each other, like, when the two that's a terrible example. Whoops. So when the chipboard, folds from like this position to this position, there's enough space for it to actually move. But I think I need to give it, a little bit more space with the fabric so that it can be loose and fold kind of like this. Yeah. Yeah. Mariah, are you okay? This music? This music. Wait, I forget which music this is. Oh, it's from Alibi and Ashes. And this is from The Captive Curse. Well, I think that just solves that problem. Now I need to figure out how much glue flap space I really liked having the last time, because the first instance was terrible, but the last measurement was, man, I have to cut out new vinyl for this? Oh, wait a minute. So the spine is 2 centimeters wide. I was giving 2 centimeters space. Why? Is that the new measurement? No, we're not going to. Oh, that measurement was for the vinyl. Okay. Okay, so what part should we try out next? Oh, I was going to show you the rest of them. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. See, the depth is almost... My chipboard is really thin. It is... But with the vinyl, it adds a little bit more thickness. You having a good... Okay. Have a good night, Cheryl. I won't be very much later, actually, in this stream. Because I'm going to take a break and probably play a video game. We'll see. Hi, Miss Unicorn Queen. How are you doing? Bethany, I am late. I am in Pacific time zone. On the west coast of the States. I'm in Washington State, so. For measuring the thickness, it's supposed to be... Interesting thing about chipboard measurements, they go by points. Like 20 point, 15 point, 20 point, 30 point, 50 point, and it goes up even higher from there. But I don't know how to measure that with a ruler. I'm good, thanks, Miss Unicorn. This chipboard in particular is like 1/16. No, it's hang on, half of a half. It's like a quarter, a little bit less than a quarter centimeter thick. Barely anything to measure. So what my tutorial was teaching me is like, just go like this and that's your measurement. It works. Oh, you're 2 hours behind in Central Time Zone. Awesome. Okay, so that solves for that, sort of. I was going to show you the rest of them. At least I have a head start, or a lead. I have a lead. This isn't staying in. My ears are not tight enough snug enough for. Regular computer paper is what I was starting out with practicing, so I didn't want to waste nice paper. And then I went crazy and bought some ivory paper. So it's a little bit off-white. That's what this is. You can kind of, my lighting is terrible, but you can kind of see this is supposed to be pure white right here. And this is the ivory white. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Since I was having trouble with the satin ribbon, the glue kept seeping through. I bought more stuff, more arts and crafts. I bought the gold ribbon that you saw at the very beginning of the stream. You followed my shop with your oh, wait, which shop is yours, Bethany? You don't have to tell me. Am I following you? I'm following a lot of Nancy Drew Etsy shop owners. Anyways, I switched to this this gold woven ribbon, which hides a lot of the glue seeping through. It's a lot thinner. I wanted it to be thicker ribbon, but you know, we gotta do what we can. My tissue paper got stuck to the glue when I was trying to put protective stuff down while I was... I gotta show you another tool I have. This one didn't come out so good. So you can see the inside of the spine here. There's the headbands and the lower bands. I haven't connected the inner sleeve. That's creepy music. It's supposed to glue to this. So that you have a, you know, a finished book. That looks finished, right? It's not glued. I need to glue it. But I stopped because I measured wrong. I measured wrong again. This one's a lot, this is overhanging a lot more than the lower side. And I also tried doing something else with my bindings. I tried trimming the paper back, trimming out this paper so that there would be that lip. But I think I've solved for that now, so I don't have to do that annoying cutting of every single paper. Yeah, so that one, I mean, it worked a little bit better. Except for the glue issues and the measurement issues. And this is my best one. This is my best one. Gluing is still not perfectly straight. There's a little bit of a dip right here, but it turned out way better. Way better. I'm still trying to solve for the bunching that happens. This is actually turning out pretty good. See, it's got a nice, even bunching crease right here. And I also didn't do any cutting, so the paper comes like right to the edge. This is the best one. This is by far. The inside paper did not glue all the way to the edge. I didn't align it perfectly, so it looks like I just kind of, yeah, just kind of smooth it over like this. So professional, but you know. So this is the star so far. And I was having a terrible time cutting out every single one of these pieces because this is a long strip all the way around from here to here. Each of these are strips, and then I just glued them on the chipboard separately. And it's difficult. It's very fussy. So I thought, what if I saved some time and did the design differently? I'm trying this. I tried multiple techniques with this particular book. I doubled up my chipboard to make each cover thicker and stronger, just to see if I wanted to spend an exorbitant amount of money on quality thick chipboard, which I just might do. But I doubled up on the chipboard to make them thicker. This is the chipboard. Super thin, flexible. I don't like that. Now, granted, the glue that I use, which my phone was propped up on, is this stuff. It is, what does that say? Neutral? Neutral pH adhesive. Amazing stuff. A little expensive, but it does everything I need for this entire project. It glues so well. It glues vinyl. It glues satin. It glues cardboard and cardstock and paper. And as long as you do some smoothing out, you don't get the bumps. It is nice. Anyways, this one I doubled up on the chipboard. I continued just one long strip of, I mean, obviously I didn't smooth it out very well here. One long strip here, and I did something completely new. You can kind of see some of my terrible Frankenstein hand stitching. It is Silent Spy. I hand stitched with needle and thread the pieces together before gluing the entire unit onto chipboard. So I stitched a certain way here, I stitched away here, and then I had to do it again to connect like some of the pieces. There's like 3 pieces happening right here. Overlapping them, hiding the seams where they match up. I didn't glue very well right here. And you can see I also did some proper, when I say proper, I mean I folded over the material right here and stitched it on the inside. And it's this huge bump though. And I don't know if I like it yet or not. It's a lot cleaner. You can see some of my stitching through here. It is a lot cleaner. And this is what you can see before like the thread or the ribbon goes on it. I don't know if I want to add ribbon. Here's my satin. Here's my gold. My drawer is so full. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I stitched this side. You can see my uneven stitching. Sound effects included. Yeah, but again, my measurements were still a little bit off. Like this, there's some overflap here. You can see the inside. I trimmed the pages here. Don't know why I did that. Did I do that? I might have. I don't remember. This looks trimmed. I shouldn't have done that. But one of the most essential things that I have that my husband made for me because I couldn't find one that I liked online. A book press. Let me take you to it. Okay, hang on. I know this art, so hang on. I gotta catch up on chat. Let's see. I know. I still wish they'd make raid in real life. Ghost hunting was really hard on Master in Midnight in Salem. I don't blame you there for that. It was difficult. Like, not in a mental challenging capacity, but as a fine-tuning hand-eye coordination with a mouse. Like, pixel perfect was annoying. Oh, you're taking... See, you should totally make your own journals. It'll be super fun. It's super easy to make them with spines, or spirals. But, excuse the trash. This is just empty boxes with supplies and stuff. And that's my lighting equipment bag. That's a paper shredder. I have more arts and crafts right here. Scrapbooking is right here. Paint supplies. Cards. Folders. Yeah. Hi, Brittany. Welcome back. It is like sewing the old clock. Not as crazy, though. This. Let me show you. This. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this right now with little hands. Guess what this actually is? We went to Home Depot to look for some wood. You know what the cheapest available option was? If you put this wood and this wood next to each other, it's a stair. Like for building a staircase. This piece of wood was $12. So my husband cut it in half, put it on top of this. We got some pieces here, then he added all this on here, screwed some holes in, and it is now a book press. And it is heavy. And it's exactly what I need. So what I do, in between every single step of gluing, every single step, I use that opportunity to to press. So hang on, let me see if I can't hold this. Hang on, hold. Is it gonna hold? No, it's not gonna hold. Perfect music for this. This is getting... There. Oh, someone's messaging me. Anyways, I would put the book here, and I would tighten all the screws, and I would let it sit for a few hours. It's kind of tedious, but, you know, you gotta let glue dry in order for it to work. And I found that, you know, doing it every single step, after every single gluing instance, it really helps. I am on an Android. Mariah, I think I saw your message come in. Ooh, Brittany, feel free to drop a link in chat, okay? A link to your Etsy shop. If anyone else has an Etsy shop, now's your chance to shine. Drop that link in chat. We're just going to last here just a couple more minutes. I'm going to take a break so that I can, I don't know, get a soda or something. I got to switch laundry. Maybe we'll play a game soon. This has been fun. I actually learned something important. I got to show you all what I've been working on. I don't know if these are gonna come to a perfect stage yet, to the point where I can reproduce it like 10 times is my goal. I want to have like 10 perfect. When I say perfect, I mean they all match. They don't have to be super perfect. I want it to look professional. I want it to look like something you would buy in an actual box store, or arts and crafts store, or a bookshop. And then if it looks any bit good, if I'm ready for it, if I can calculate how much time it takes me to make them, maybe I'll add them to my Etsy shop. Right now, it's a hobby, and it's a learning thing, definitely. Still learning a whole bunch. I don't know, would any of you guys like one of my trashy attempts? I'll sell it to you at cost. I mean, it costs a lot of paper, a lot of glue. I'll draw you a picture inside if you want. I'll sell you, half torn apart. Hang on, I'm gonna catch up on chat. Oh, no worry, Mariah. I'm surprised more people haven't messaged me during this time, because I've got a whole bunch of things on my phone. I was hoping to use my laptop because it's steady and it's professional looking, but I've never streamed on this laptop before, so I've got a lot of setting up to do. Yes, the grimoire bookbinding tutorial. There's a lot of great tutorials out there, you guys. You know who does great of really fun bookcraft binding tutorial is Nerdforge. Check them out. The ones I really like to follow is it Bitter Lemon Bindery? And oh my goodness, I'm forgetting all of them. Like Sea Lemon Bookbinding. Sea Lemon something or other. Super helpful, super interesting. I don't think I'm going to put anything intentionally inside the books. I could, use my printer and print out some pages. I could write my own book and print it out and make it start to scratch. I don't have time to write, though. What kind of things would you guys want to see in a Calina original journal? Like Glass Half Full said. I mean, I could do all my... Oh. Okay, I have an idea in my head that I've had for the past 5 years, but I haven't digitalized it yet. Like, put it in a digital sketchbook. I was going to do a digital sketchbook as it pertains to the games, and then sell them as digital journals, but I could make them physical. I could write my own story. I like that idea. Oh, Mariah, you just gave me an excellent idea. Could turn these into a single unique, it's the Nancy Drew Gamers all-in-one journal. I mean, I don't want to take anyone else's fun, creative crafty journal taking, note taking, notebooks and scrapbooking projects away. But if I filled out the guides, the square spaces, the checklists, the to-do things, create like an organized place for people to fill in their content, to print stuff out and paste in here for all the games, I could do that. I mean, a planner, I think a planner in general, make it very broad, you know, make it not just a Nancy thing. And I can't do Nancy anyways because I don't have the licenses or the rights to it. But some sort of planner with dedicated pages for sketching, or include some actual take a break, here's a code and cipher for you to solve kind of thing. I need to count how many pages I have to work with. So here's, okay, somebody math this. We have Kapu Cave playing right now. Tape. What's the math here? So I've got 4 pages per signature. There are 15 signatures. So 4 times 15, not including the inside and outside cover pages. 4 times 15. That's not right. Is it right? No. No, because it's 4 pages. 4 papers. 4. I need to write this down. Because here's the thing. 4 sheets are in a signature. Hang on. There are 4 sheets in a signature, and there are 15 signatures. So that means how many pieces of paper am I using to make this book? Times 15 is 60 pieces of paper. 60 pieces of paper. A single piece of paper creates 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages. So 60 sheets times 4 sides. What is that? 100. Let's see. 120. 120 is 240. So there are 240 pages, and I want to have one of those title pages at the beginning. I want to leave like 4 pages for appendix space or random notes. I always like to have extra pages at the end. And there are 33 games currently, and if you wanted to add the 2 dossier games, that makes 35. We could be hopeful that another Nancy Drew game is on the horizon. So let's just say, you know, that's 35. Let's round it out to 40, just to play it safe. For 40 instances, you can throw in like some other games if you wanted to make this book larger. So 240 working spaces minus the title page, minus 4 pages. That leaves us 235 to divide out by, let's say, 40 titles. Is there anything divisible by? We could try 35. Who's got a calculator? Dossier would be different, right? So we've got about 235 pages to work with after the starting and ending. I'll math it later. I'll try to figure out how many pages would be needed for each like game title. But again, this isn't going to be Nancy Drew specific. I'm just going to create the blocks, the lines on the paper, titles and headers, you know, to do. Can't check that off yet. I like this brainstorm, you guys. This is awesome. Brittany, I have suspicions, very strong suspicions, from having been at her interactive after Midnight in Salem to have great hope that there is going to be another Nancy Drew game. I say great hope because you don't know what's going to happen, and I don't know what's happening. It's been like a year and a half since I've been there, so I also can't say anything too. So let's just say that from someone who has the strongest suspicion, there is hope. That would be cool to have different journals themed off of different games, but the thing is, you don't need very many pages to fill in per game, though. Like, yeah, I think it takes me like 2 pages of notes when I play some of the games I'm familiar with. But that's with familiarity. Actually, you guys, I'm going to call it a day here very soon. Because I would like to get into playing a video game. So maybe in like 15 minutes or so. If you got to go, great. It's going to be in a different stream setup because I'll be at my computer back here. Oh, Mariah, thank you. 240 pages divided by 40 games is 6. So we can dedicate about 6 pages per... Thank you. 6 pages per title. 6 pages. Could just say 5. 6 is a nice even number, though. 6 pages per theme. I'm going to call it a theme or game space. And I need to figure out this first. The binding. Because we can't just sell this on Etsy now, can we? No, this would not work. This would not do. Thanks you guys for hanging out. Thanks for joining in this crafting session. I at least learned something today, and I got to hang out with you guys, which is always the best. I didn't finish anything, obviously. I didn't even get to show you how I make the signatures with my tools and my awl and puncturing holes, and I even got out. This is my gold tooling pen that I used to press the foil into, and the awl, which I puncture holes in to sew the signatures together. Sewing supplies. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Thanks for hopping in, you guys. Good to see you. Take care of yourselves. And if I can figure out how to end this, we're going to switch over in just a little while and play probably some Disney Dreamlight Valley. And I realize that my lamp is really bright because it somehow managed to sway towards me. I'm seeing spots. All right. Good night, all. Bye. How do I do this? This is a thing. Mute microphone. Oh, I could do that. Ooh, filters. Hang on. What is this? Oh, I'm finding things. What's this? Ooh, dawn. Sepia. Silver screen. Oh, how cool is that? Sorry. Sketch. Creepy. Ooh. Oh, I like that. 8mm. Yep, stop streaming. Yes, I do. Okay, here we go. Okay, bye.